Have you ever landed in a new country for the very first time? You don't speak the language, you don't know the customs, and no one gave you a map. I've heard executives describe their first 4 to 6 months to be like that, especially landing in a brand new organization. If you've just hired a new exec to your organization, I invite you to stay tuned. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to share 3 gaps hindering accelerated adoption in your organization that's costing you money. Hi, I'm Alicia Couri, the CEO of Audacious Concepts Inc., a boutique leadership advisory firm specializing in helping leaders accelerate their time to impact in their first 90 days in a leadership role and helping their teams become high performing and results driven by improving communication, collaboration, and cooperation. Years ago, I was a flight attendant and traveled to many countries around the world. I was only 18 at the time, and from time to time, landed in non-English speaking countries, and I didn't speak any other language than English. And back in the late 80s, which is when I was a flight attendant, into the early 90s, we didn't have cell phones, GPS, or Google Translate. Adventurous? Yes. But I didn't have to carry the company expectations or the team on my back on those trips. So imagine a company, maybe your company, hires a new senior VP, impressive resume, sharp in interviews, says all the right things. Everyone's excited for this new hire. Then day one rolls around. He logs into his laptop and is welcomed with a stack of onboarding PDFs, a few intro meetings set up on his calendar, and a polite but vague, let us know if you need anything. And from then on, he's on his own. By week 3, he's already in trouble. He spends hours in meetings, but still can't tell which priorities actually matter. At each meeting, 50 balls are thrown up in the air, and he's just trying to catch one or two to feel like he's on stable ground. Conversations end with, yeah, that's a good idea. We should run that by so and so. But he doesn't even know who so and so is. Don't forget the person with influence who thinks that that job should have been theirs and not so subtly undermines his authority every day. By month 2, his team's losing confidence. They whisper, he doesn't really get how things work here. Projects are stalling, decisions keep getting revisited. And by month 4, while he feels like he's a little bit more stable, he's still working so hard, but yet not making the kind of impact he expected or anyone else on the board did. And they start asking, why haven't we seen the results yet? And the team, they've mentally checked out, waiting for the next shakeup. Does any of that sound familiar? Was that leader, your new rock star, incompetent? No. Their onboarding was left to chance. And the cost? Enormous. Months of wasted salary, projects slipping behind, frustration building in the ranks, reputation quietly eroding. And when you think about today's environment, AI is transforming industries at record speed. Every month wasted is a competitive setback. Hybrid work has fragmented how culture flows in organizations because leaders can't just pick it up in the hallways anymore. And younger employees, especially those Gen Zs that you have, expect transparency and impact much faster. They're not going to sit around for a year waiting for a leader to find their footing. So, what's missing? Based on studies of failed onboarding cycles, 3 gaps appear again and again. First, clarity. Most leaders don't have a clear roadmap, a 90-day roadmap. They're handed goals like drive growth or strengthen culture. But what does that actually mean? And what does it mean in the next 30, 60, and 90 days? Without specificity, they chase too many priorities. They're spread too thin and deliver too little. Second, context. Every organization has unwritten rules. The people who actually hold the influence, the politics, the backstories behind decisions, the sacred cows no one talks about. When a new leader is unaware of that context, they may make innocent mistakes that cost them trust and can hurt their reputation. Third, connection. Leaders can't succeed alone. They need to quickly build credibility with their direct reports, their peers, and their boss. Not through chance encounters, but through structured, intentional conversations that lay the foundation of trust. When any one of these are missing, you're lost in translation, and millions of dollars, well, can run down the drain. But when all three are present, leaders accelerate. They deliver wins early, they build team trust, and the organization gets its investment back quickly. No matter which side you've been on, if you've lived through this scenario, you know how painful it is. You've seen the slow burn of wasted months, and you've seen the reputational damage when a leader doesn't land well. That's why we built Apex 90. It's a structured 90-day accelerator that gives executives clarity, context, and connection. So instead of struggling, they start making impact from day one. So my question for you today is, when your next executive walks through the door, are you handing them a roadmap, or are you dropping them off in a foreign land with no GPS, no Google Translate, no roadmap, vague directions, and no clue? If any of this resonated with you today, reach out to us at audaciousconceptsinc.com or leave me a comment below or just DM me. I'll be happy to walk you through our capabilities and how we can be a partner to support you in your organization.